calibrated and working. And up until yesterday evening, it was acting all fucked up, and gone through the sea trial calibration. You got to drive around in circles and let the compass figure out, if it's perfectly in the center of the boat, and if not, then by how few degrees will it deviate. And then you've got to do this auto learn bit where the autopilot, you put it, steering straight in on the heading, and then it starts zigzagging and trying to figure out, the rudder and the boat and what it's going to take to correct the turn and blah blah blah. Well, it couldn't get through the auto learn at all. And when we would just, it would do the same thing every time. And I tested it. I mean, I got nothing else to do, right? I'm just sitting here for hours on end, looking at the horizon all the way around. So what I did was I would just test it. I would just keep doing the auto learn. I would we run at like 2200 RPMs. So I'd back off to 1800. Try it a little bit slower, and it would still fail. Then I'd be like, all right, let's rev it up, go up to like 2,500, still fail. And then I started noticing this pattern. And basically, when you just engage the autopilot, let's say you just steer it at 90 degrees, due east, and you hit auto, it will kind of, sit there and buzz along for a minute, and then it will start to veer slightly. Let's say it's going slightly to port, and then it'll kind of go a little bit more to port, and then it'll go hard to port. And so I figured out finally that what's going on is it's confused. It doesn't know left. It thinks left is right. It thinks forward is starboard. So when it's going, straight along, and it starts to get a little bit over to the left, then it says, all right, well, let's correct. Let's go right. And what happens is it goes left, and then it goes, oh, a little bit more. That's not enough. And then it goes, oh, hard right, and it peels hard left. So the only thing I could think of was the motor wires have to be crossed. They have to be. And I went and double checked with a manual, and the bullshit Raymarine manual is just so half-ass. And it's got, brown and blue are the two colors for the motor wires as they go into the control computer. And I have them exactly like it's in the manual, but I switched them, and lo and behold, she's cranking. Check it out. So you can see we got it on 190 there, and 190 degrees. 180 would be south, so we're going pretty much south. And then and here she is, man. Check her out. She's just working overtime and keeping the boat pretty straight. But I tell you what, man, last night was the first watch without having to actually steer for a heading, and it was a different world, man. I could go pop up a little seat and actually think about something else, because otherwise all you fucking do is sit there and stare at the compass in a cloud or star or anything else that you can sort of fix and try to keep a heading, and you'll get the boat going pretty straight, and then your mind will wander, or you'll look over to do something, look at the GPS for a second, and all of a sudden it'll be all out of whack, and you'll correct it and then overcorrect it, and it'll take a few minutes to get that going straight. And you can't really do anything else. So now that this bad girl's working, I can actually sit here and run my yapper talking to you. Isn't that great?